Hey there, listeners. Welcome back to Little Robin Channel. Today we talk about mental health challenges that young people are facing today, and more importantly, how we can tackle them together. Whether you're tuning in on your morning commute, winding down after a long day, or just looking to learn something new, we're glad you're here. Today we're getting real about some of the mental health struggles that are becoming increasingly common among young people and sharing practical tips on how to deal with them. So let's get started. Segment 1, Anxiety Disorders, the Silent Saboteur. First up, let's talk about anxiety. If you've ever felt like your worries are taking over, you're not alone. Anxiety disorders, whether it's general anxiety, panic attacks, or social anxiety, can be overwhelming. They're like that uninvited guest who overstays their welcome. But here's the good news. There are ways to show anxiety the door. One of the most effective strategies is therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT to be exact. It's like having a personal coach who helps you reframe your thoughts and manage those overwhelming feelings. Another game changer? Mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Think of it as hitting the pause button on a chaotic day. And don't forget the basics: regular exercise, good sleep, and a balanced diet. They're the unsung heroes in the fight against anxiety. Segment 2, Depression, the heavy hitter. Now, let's turn our attention to depression. It's more than just feeling down. Depression can drain your energy, make you lose interest in things you used to love, and leave you feeling stuck in a dark place. But even though it's a tough battle, it's not one you have to fight alone. Therapy is your ally here too. Whether it's CBT or interpersonal therapy, talking to someone can make a huge difference. Sometimes medication is part of the solution, and that's okay. It's about finding what works for you, and never underestimate the power of connection. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends, family, or even online communities can be a lifeline when you need it most. Segment 3, ADHD, the busy brain. Moving on to ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. If you're someone who feels like your brain is always in overdrive, struggling to focus, or constantly battling impulsive urges, you know what I'm talking about. ADHD can make everyday tasks feel like climbing Everest. But don't worry, there are ways to manage it. Creating a structured routine can help keep that busy brain in check. Behavioral therapy can teach you skills to stay organized and focused. And for some, medication might be part of the plan, giving your brain that extra bit of support it needs to stay on track. Segment 4, Eating Disorders, when food becomes the enemy. Next, we're diving into the complex world of eating disorders, conditions like anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating disorder. These aren't just about food, they're deeply tied to how we see ourselves and our bodies. If you or someone you know is struggling, the first step is to reach out for professional help. Therapy combined with nutritional counseling is often the best approach. And remember, healing also involves changing the way we think about our bodies, embracing body positivity, and rejecting the toxic beauty standards that often fuel these disorders. Segment 5, Social Media Stress, the Double-Edged Sword. Social media. It's a blessing and a curse, right? On one hand, it keeps us connected, but on the other, it can create a lot of stress and anxiety. The constant comparison, the fear of missing out, and even the addictive nature of those endless scrolls can take a toll on your mental health. So, what can we do? One word: boundaries. Taking regular breaks, setting screen time limits, and being mindful about what we consume online can help reduce that social media stress. And hey, don't forget to unplug and reconnect with the real world every now and then. It's all about balance. Segment 6, Substance Abuse, the Hidden Struggle. Let's talk about something that's often swept under the rug: substance abuse. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, or even prescription medications, using substances as a way to cope can lead to serious problems. It's a slippery slope, and one that many young people find themselves on. The key here is early intervention. If you or someone you know is struggling, reaching out for help can make all the difference. Counseling and support groups offer a safe space to navigate these challenges. And of course, finding healthier ways to cope with stress, like exercise, hobbies, or connecting with others, can provide that much needed relief. Segment 7, Self Harm and Suicidal Ideation, Breaking the Silence. Lastly, we need to address some of the most serious mental health challenges: self harm and suicidal thoughts. These are often cries for help, signals that someone is in deep emotional pain. If you or someone you know is experiencing this, please know that you're not alone and there is help out there. Therapy, particularly dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, has been shown to be effective in treating self harm behaviors. If the situation is urgent, don't hesitate to reach out to emergency services or a crisis hotline. And for those struggling with suicidal thoughts, creating a safety plan with a mental health professional can be a lifesaver, literally. So, there you have it, a rundown of some of the mental health challenges that are on the rise among young people today. But remember, these aren't just problems, they're opportunities to learn, grow, and build resilience. If you're struggling, reach out, talk to someone, and know that there's no shame in seeking help. Thanks for tuning into our channel. If you found today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe, share it with a friend, and leave us a review. Until next time, take care of your mind because your mental health matters.